listening to Three Quirks and a Twerk at 89.3 FM.
This is my station.
Action.
It's just insane and I love it.
Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Selena Gomez.
Hey, this is Ed Sheeran.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Swift.
Entrepreneurs.
You need to learn this business, and this is the time to do it.
And empowerment.
Become an insider, so you have to know the rules before you get in the game.
It's Friday.
I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday.
YB Moody, shake that booty and tune in to the voice of the continent.
Valentino.
Valentina.
Bruno Mars say, just the way you are. You're perfect just the way you
Oh,
are.
thanks, Davey. I hope that compliment was for me.
Yeah, it was for you. And that's actually from David Lindsay here, mate. You know?
David Lindsay.
That's right. I'll take it. That's for sure.
Oh, David. Welcome to back after 8 years.
Yeah, that's insane. We were talking about it just before
Far out.
and going, I can't believe it's been that long.
Time flies,
Like we were talking about, it's now I've just got two timelines. One is before the first lockdown, and then the second timeline is since the lockdown.
Yeah.
But still 8 years. That's
I know.
unbelievable.
That
and
is
it's great to be
crazy.
back.
Mate, that lockdown thing, that bloop, it was disgusting. Let's make sure that it's not going to happen again. That's
Yeah.
a crazy time in our history, I think.
Well,
definitely.
we've got you back in. We want to hear all about you because it's raw, it's real. We want to hear your
We
story.
don't want him to
up
cry today, okay? It's Friday. We don't want David to
said
cry.
Now let's make it happy. Let's bring the
Let's
energy.
make it happy, right? It's Friday.
Who said I'm going to make him cry?
Because you're saying raw and talking about, you know.
Or maybe raw like a
raw
lion.
like a
Raw like a
tiger,
lion.
There we
maybe.
go.
Yeah, that's better.
That's how we'll get
That's it. From elite sports to corporate, corporate bondage, corporate
here we
boardroom.
go.
Here we go.
David, this Friday's not happening for you. It really is.
Yes, tell
The
us.
excitement's happened already.
I know. What's happening in your world, mate? Tell us.
Yeah, I've got a lot going on.
Yeah?
Like, still doing a lot of speaking. I love getting out
Yes.
doing that, spreading
Okay.
the word, still with vitality because, you know, with everything that we've been through, not just the last 5 years or so, but even in the last 5 months,
Yeah.
10 months, you know, people have, they're sort of dragging their feet.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There's something weird going on, but they need that vitality. They
Yeah.
need to increase their teamwork, morale, productivity within the workplace. And let's have fun.
I mean, David, you look at the morale around the world, it's actually not good at the moment, right? Like, you look at the world war problems and you can see why a lot of people are not really up there excited about their life and their lifestyle and all that, because see what's going on around the world.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad in Australia we can't distance ourselves from all that.
Yeah, that's a great part of
That's a
being
great
so
part.
far removed as well.
Yeah.
That we can only look after what we can look after.
That's right.
And that as an individual, that's myself, my mind, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
And getting all of that going. If I get that going in the right direction,
Yes.
my family follows, so does my work. So once you set that train on the right path, other people will hop on and they'll join the journey as well.
Yeah.
Now, okay, you're in the corporate field, okay, and you're speaking to leaders, executives, CEOs, high level. How hard is it to get, cut through into their heads?
It's extremely hard because most of them, they've been set in their ways for so many years. So something that we've done with my business as well is we don't want it to just be a single keynote because people get excited and then the inspiration, motivation, the excitement of it all drops.
Yeah.
So what we do now as well is we have a 6-month program where it follows off the back of that. So as people start to drop, we have videos, we have catch-up calls with them to raise it up again and slowly incorporate these habits. Because it's not about changing everything all at once.
Yeah.
It's creating one habit and then building off the back of that and habit stacking. And over the space of 6 months or 12 months, you look back and you're not the same person that you were at the start.
But taking ownership is quite challenging, especially when you're dealing with leaders. I mean, like I deal with leaders every day, and they're always set in their own ways, right?
Very
and
much.
for you to step in and say, we need to change this, we need to change A, B, C, strategy and that. How challenging is that for them to actually get outside the box and utilize your strategy?
Yeah, it's difficult to start off with.
Yeah.
But then once they start seeing momentum, then they go, oh, why didn't I do this years ago?
Okay.
So it's once they start seeing difference. It's like when someone starts going to the gym. The first time they go and they lift weights, they're sore, they're sorry. They don't see any progress. And that's where a lot of people drop out after 1 or 2 weeks because they haven't seen that progress. But if you stick it out for that 1 month, 2 month, and like I said, that's why we've incorporated a 6-month program, is because you're going to see big results in that 6 months.
Okay.
What made you realise your skills should be in the corporate field, though?
It was a lot of self-development. So it definitely wasn't intrinsic. It definitely wasn't something that I was born with. Because growing up, I was extremely shy. I couldn't get up and stand up in front of the class and speak.
Really?
I was super shy. I was a beast on the football field, on the baseball field. You know, I owned it. I would tell people, do this, do that. And these were big monsters.
Yeah.
But when it got off the football field, I was a shrinking violet.
Wow.
So realising many, many years removed from school, the importance of self-development. That's also why Ethan and myself, we created Phenom Leap Education, which Valentina, we've spoken about before.
Yes.
Like I was over in Vietnam.
Yes, we want to talk about your trip in
How
Vietnam.
long ago was that?
That was 6 months ago, 5 months ago.
Wow.
And it was a sensational trip. I loved it.
So was that for business or personal?
No, that was for business.
Yeah.
That was to get our confidence communication course over there.
Nice.
So, and what we're actually doing is on Saturday the 14th, so Saturday week, we've got a free webinar that we're going to put out there to the masses to share our 3S system to help with communication, to give you a simple framework that you can walk into just about any situation and command that area.
But that's definitely a different market altogether when you're dealing with, say, Australian market and then you're dealing with Vietnam market. I mean, how are you coping with the changes? Because there will be a lot of bloody changes there, mate.
A lot of changes.
Yeah.
And what I didn't realise was how often I use slang terminology.
You have to be very careful.
Have to be very careful and very mindful of that.
Yes.
And also, I tend to get excited.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not excited. The Vietnamese are not excited.
Oh, I get them excited, don't worry about that. But when I speak and I get excited, I talk too fast.
I see.
yes.
So it's about slowing it down.
And the Australians have a very strong accent as well.
And they talk fast too.
Yeah, because we eat our words, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's something that I had to be so mindful of is having clarity with what I say.
Yes.
Being able to slow things down so that they can pick it up. And also to enable them to have the power to ask me questions.
Okay.
And that's why we do a webinar compared to just a video.
Yeah.
Because in a webinar, if people don't understand what I'm talking about, they can ask questions straight away.
Correct.
So that's vastly different to just watching a video and going through
More
it,
interactive.
So
webinar.
when you were in Vietnam, were you at the universities?
No, we had students from the university come and see us.
Okay.
And we had a few corporate leaders as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So we shared the 3S framework with them as well.
And they took it on and they accepted?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and I loved it. Seeing especially the uni students, how shy. There was one of them in particular that turned up and didn't want to say boo to anyone.
Okay.
Wow.
Like sort of snuck in.
Yeah.
But actually getting them to be hands-on and practice what we get them to do, the framework. Seeing them come out of the shell. And there was a lady over there, she was a manager of a hospital, and seeing her progress. When she first got up, her posture was down.
Yeah.
She was looking down, and then simply changing the posture, that enables you to breathe better as well.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you
Changes
can
the somatic of the
that's
body,
true.
right?
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and your mind follows that as well.
Yeah.
You sit tall, you sit powerful, you move with power, passion, and
That's
purpose.
Right.
Other things
You
follow.
talk
love
about
that.
you talk about your framework. So let's explore your framework or your benchmark there. Like for our listeners out there who want to explore a bit more about your program. When you talk about framework, start from A to Z. Now, if someone were too excited, wanting to get involved more, where does the framework start, and what is the outcome of the program?
Yeah, so the outcome of this program is to really give them the framework. Like I said, it's a simple one. It's just a 3S system. And that's so they can have a 90-second spiel, basically.
Yeah.
So what it is they have a situation. And it could be something, the way this actually came up was, I'll use the framework in this system. The way it came up was me and a mate, we were walking down at the beach. So that's the situation we were at. We were walking down at the beach. And he came up and said, David, I'm missing out on so many prospects when it comes to my business. So that was a situation.
Yeah.
And then after sitting down for a little while with him and having breakfast, we spoke about it, and I go, what about I use some of my skills from my years of public speaking and give you a specific framework? So that was a solution. So we've got the situation, the spark, and the solution.
Yeah.
So if you can, and then we have key sentences that start off each one of those.
Yeah.
And once you get that down pat, you can walk into any situation and you can engage the people.
Yeah, yeah. Because every situation is different, right? Because
Yes.
not all situations are the same, especially in the corporate world.
Yes.
And when you're dealing with like leaders, I mean, like their daily activities is not like your average daily activity. They're exposed to so many people and situations as well.
Yeah, very much so. And with that as well, especially when it comes to leaders, when you want them to deliver a message to the employees,
Yeah.
it's really about bringing stories into it. Because the old sayings go, facts tell, but stories sell.
Yeah.
And facts inform, yet stories transform. And at Phenom Leap Education, that's what we're all about. We're all about helping people to transform. And if they can transform their life, then the flow and effect of that is something huge.
Wow.
And I love having an impact on people's lives. Being able for them to walk out, whether it's the free event or whether they go and they do our 6-month program with a confident communication course, or whether they take on the 12-month course, which is a confident communication course, plus the vitality framework after that, I see the results and I go, I was part of that.
Awesome.
And that just makes me feel so good about myself and about the team.
Just going back to what David was saying, there are a lot of leaders who are in a circumstance and they have a habit, but it's. I believe you talked about this as well on your social media, and I've watched some of them, or maybe all of them, on LinkedIn. Okay, under David Lindsay, by the way.
That's right. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Some people don't know that they get burnt out. They don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they're so stuck in that situation. So, what would be your advice to help them get out?
Yeah, so that it really comes down to an awareness. Because people, like I said in that video, it doesn't punch you in the face until it punches you in the face. So it creeps up on you day after day,
slowly.
week after week. And then one day it feels like it's hit you. But it's not. It's that awareness of, I'm feeling a bit tired today. And looking at their nutrition as well, because so many people, they just run off caffeine. They run off caffeine, they run off caffeine, they run off caffeine, then they have a high sugar hit. And wonder why when it gets to 3, 4 p.m., they hit that slump.
That sounds like Davey.
just round up like that dog.
89.3, man. You're doing 3 questions. Let's get a wrap. And we're talking about David and his elite sports. Now David, you were involved in elite sports for a few years, right?
Yeah, for a long time.
You left that because of injury, or you decided I had enough? I was kicking our ass. I've done what I've done. I want to change, do something different.
Well, it was actually injury to start off with, because I used to play lower grades with South Sydney in rugby league. I suffered a knee reconstruction when I was 17.
Wow.
And then I suffered my second one when I was 21.
Sheesh.
When I had the first knee reconstruction, I always said, if it happens again, that's it for me for football. And unfortunately, it happened. But it was kind of surreal of how it happened.
Yeah.
Because I was a Cronulla junior and South Sydney brought me across to play with them. And it was actually when it was South versus Cronulla.
That's when.
That's when it happened the second time.
Do you feel your team hated you because you left them? That's why they went hard on you, mate?
They very much could have.
Yeah.
They go, we want him.
You
we
traitor.
Yes.
You traitor.
And we'll get you your weak
That's it.
spot.
We're
Like
gonna
my Achilles
pancake you,
heel,
mate.
it's my Davies knee.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
So then
hell.
it snapped and I needed to get another knee reconstruction. But during that time, I built myself up to such a big size. I was probably about 25 kilos heavier than I am at the moment.
Wow.
Like big and muscular.
Yeah.
And I actually got picked up by a bloke. We're at Westfields for Christmas shopping. And a guy come up to me and goes, excuse me, have you done arm wrestling before?
Arm
And I
wrestling.
went, yeah. I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, arm wrestling. And I go, yeah, I do it for drinks with mates. And he asks how I go. And I go, when I'm doing it for drinks, I don't pay.
Yeah.
And he just laughed and handed me the card and asked if I'd be interested in doing some professional arm wrestling.
Serious arm wrestling?
Yeah, and I went, I never even knew of it
Is
as
that
a sport.
Is that a sport?
It is. It's got
Obviously,
bigger and
yeah.
bigger and bigger.
Really?
But back then it was in its very junior ages.
Yeah.
But some of them are such good on YouTube.
Yeah.
Devin Larratt, he's
Wow.
such a personality.
Really?
And he's a world champion arm wrestler. You see some of them, like, because I'm into it,
Yeah.
they pop up on my feed quite a lot as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's grown a lot over the last 10 or 15 years. But I was in Corfu, a little island in Greece, for a mate's wedding, and I was showing them about arm wrestling.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, you're going to win anyway, so let's give you a time limit.
Sure.
5 seconds.
Okay.
I go, easy, I can do that.
Bring it on.
And I went, boom! And then the second one, I got him down, but he kept his wrist cocked. And I turned my body and whoa!
Sheesh.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
So
I
you-
went, shit, I've broken the bar.
Bloody hell.
Because that's what it sounded like. It sounded like a dry piece of wood snapping.
Sheesh.
And then I looked at my arm and it was bent at right angles
Fuck.
above the elbow.
Sheesh.
And I went, oh shit, I've broken my arm. And I've broken it bad.
So that was it.
How
So-
long was the recovery?
The recovery for that was I'd spent a week in the local hospital in Corfu and they didn't have anything besides Panadol as the strongest painkillers that
far
they
out.
had. I was with Vanessa, who at that time was my girlfriend. She's now my wife. She hung around with me
Oh, yes.
after
Yeah,
that.
yes.
She's lucky, huh?
Yeah,
She's a keeper
She's
then.
a
right?
keeper.
She's a
Definitely.
keeper.
And then I flew back to Australia and got operated on the next day.
Wow.
They put a plate in the arm, but when they put a plate in the arm, they hit a nerve and my arm became paralyzed for like 5 months.
Bloody. That would be scary.
That was the worst part of my life, was when I went and got a nerve conduction study. So they put needles in your arm to see if the electrical pulses are going. And the lady said, I'm sorry, it's shriveled up and dying.
Far out.
And I went home and I was in tears.
Sheesh.
And I locked myself away for, I think it was probably 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Didn't want to see anyone, didn't answer the phone. And then I was talking with Ness and she goes, come on, David, you've got through worse than this. And I go, I have. I've got through worse than this. I can't let a broken arm hold me back.
That's right.
So I got up and I went and I tried all this different sort of therapy and then eventually the movement came back.
Oh, you're
I'm
lucky.
so
Then
happy to
and
hear
I was
that.
so excited about that.
Wow.
And then got into kung fu, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, kickboxing, and ultimately cage fighting after
You think
that.
you learned your lesson, mate?
Well,
Yeah.
this is the way my mind
This
works.
is wired differently.
Yeah,
Toby.
it's a little bit different because I was sort of thinking, okay, I got a worse injury arm wrestling
Yeah.
than I did rugby league. So if I went and played chess, I'll probably get so excited I'll fall off the chair and hurt my neck.
And break the table.
Yes. So, and I went, let's go the other way and let's get into
Nice.
martial arts and
Yeah.
fighting.
You've broken your bloody arm. You think you stay away from combat sport, MMA, mixed martial art. That's like tough stuff there,
Yeah.
mate. It's not.
And the,
And you know what? That's what builds leaders, stronger leaders too.
Yeah. Or
and-
stupidity. Or stupidity.
no.
a bit of both.
Bit of both,
A bit of both.
But let's talk about you being a keynote speaker, because I've noticed some of your videos. You're really animated and live, and you're full, like your body is in motion.
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of speakers and they
Full,
on stage,
yeah.
but they're just talking,
Correct.
right?
Put you to sleep.
Yeah. But you're really in it, and you're taking you're using up every single space on stage. But tell me, why do you get on stage? Why do you want to share your message, and what is your message?
Yeah, well, like I said, I've got 2 messages now with a confident communicator. So that's important. But I also have my 5 steps towards improved vitality.
Yeah.
And with that, when I move as well on stage, I move for a purpose. So that's one thing that I had to learn as well through many courses that I've done, is when I first started, I used to move and I was like a maniac.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme nor reason. I was like a caged lion. But now I move for a purpose. But with that is that I'm conveying the energy and I want the audience to pick that up as well.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm about. I'm about increasing your energy, increasing your vitality, increasing your passion for life.
That's right. That's right.
And that's what I live and breathe. And it was actually my wrestling coach who goes, Davey boy, you've got so much more in you than just fighting.
Yeah.
He said, you're getting older now, fighting is very limited.
That's right.
And he goes, you have something. He goes, I don't know what, but when you know, you know. And I went and I saw Eric Thomas, who's my favourite speaker of all time.
Yeah.
And I actually did a Google search on him. Like, this was, again, many, many years ago. And he just happened to be doing a last-minute event at New South Wales Uni. So I went and I bought tickets to there. And I went to the whole event because I want to get the most out of it.
Yeah.
And a lady beforehand goes, sometimes you have to get up and take the first step. And she was holding on to an envelope. And went, maybe this is a sign. I'll get up and I'll start walking. And she smiled and nodded.
Yeah.
And what it was a ticket to a speaker's boot camp. So that was where everything started.
Yeah.
And then going on and doing course after course after course, all of this self-development, all within the realms of elite performance, and not just in the sporting world, but in the corporate world as well, because there's so many crossovers when it comes to it.
Yeah.
And then my wrestling coach, he's come and watched me quite a few times, and he goes, Davey boy, that's it. He goes, you're going to impact so many more
That's
people.
your calling. That's your calling, right?
You're going to impact so many more people doing that than just fighting. Take the elements, take the mindset that you had on the wrestling mat of never give up, remember to breathe, and work through it, millimetre by millimetre. But you know you're going to get there.
So, does it really frustrate you when you're dealing with a lot of people whose mindset is so bloody set in their own ways, or just blocked?
It doesn't really annoy me now because I know that my message is not going to get everyone.
Yeah.
No matter how much I want it to. And I think it's something that's so important to everyone, but yet not everyone's going to take it on board. It used to frustrate me when I'd see people and, you know, they sort of looking here, there and everywhere. But now I just go, no, the important people are the ones that are listening, that are taking it on board. They're the ones that I have to give more and more and more value to.
So if they were sitting after your keynote speaking, what's at least one takeaway they need to take away from listening to you?
Yeah, is to move with power, passion and purpose.
Okay, it is.
Just like, that's the most important thing. Okay. Because if you sit at your desk, like so many people do for hours upon hours with a poor posture, you're not breathing correctly.
Yeah, that's right.
You're slouching. And when you slouch, people can even hear it on the phone. And no doubt people can hear it on the radio. If you guys were just to sit there, no, you want to be strong and powerful with your movements. They can hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
They can hear it on the telephone. Your performance will either go up with your posture or it will go down with your posture. So that's the easiest, is snapping into action.
All right, I love that. Snapping into action. You're at 89.3 FM. That's a very good conversation we have there about food, about music. Isn't that right, Valentina?
Absolutely. We love music.
We love music. We love food.
We love, like, David, like, so animated, getting in. And he just did a little, like, dance for us.
I've noticed Valentina.
And we got it moving.
I've noticed Valentina just give me that filthy look.
What filthy?
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
we're
right.
having fun here. It's
That's
Friday.
it.
Why be moody?
When you can shake your booty. What's your plan for this weekend, David?
This weekend with Valentina, we're doing some stuff
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Nice.
Which is exciting.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, David, for the first time, is going to be meet James Elliott.
Yeah.
Professor James Elliott, I should say. He's actually going to be in our studio on the 27th, Friday the 27th of March.
Okay.
But it'll be the first time two keynote speakers seeing each other, because I'm also helping Professor James Elliott on the platform.
Yeah.
Because, he's got big things too that's coming.
So
But
what
yeah.
does he specialise in, though? So are you guys competing against each other?
No, we're helping each other out.
Oh, okay,
different,
okay.
Yeah, different space, different conversations
Yeah.
we're having. He's not all about motivation.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
about that. He's all about clinical research.
Oh, okay, so
also.
different.
Yeah.
It's slightly different field to what I'm in. Yeah.
So
Yes.
when I say Anthony Robbins, what is the first thing that comes in your mind?
David Lindsay.
Hey, there we go. Australia's own.
But you know what? I'm not. I did see
Yeah.
Tony Robbins live, okay? And I did that 3-4 day course, right? Straight back to back, all on high, okay? And I walked away feeling like, this is a cult. And I'm going, I just walked on fire.
Hey, that's a good thing,
No,
man.
it's a good thing,
That's a
right?
good
It's
thing.
a good thing, yeah. I didn't have a problem with that. A lot
Yeah.
of people did, and that's fine. You know, you have a choice. You
Yeah.
have a choice. But I walked away going, this is a cult. This is not
Yeah.
for me. I am my own motivator.
Yeah.
I don't need somebody else to motivate me. And I'm consistent. I understand this, and I love personal development, and I
Yeah.
love what he does. But then there's other side of me, I don't agree with everything.
I
that
think
he
he's
says.
one of the most successful coach, if
Oh, of
you
course.
have
Yes.
to admit. He's
Oh,
one of the
without
most
doubt.
successful
Of
coach.
course.
Like, he's been doing it for such a long time, and he's really got a good story behind him too.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I support him to a limit.
Yeah.
But then there's all these other.
It's the money side of it that
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah, the
I-
commercialisation,
I
yeah.
feel that too.
But I think David Lindsay would be the next Tony
Yeah.
Robbins.
Australia's own.
Australia,
Yeah.
yes,
That's
down
what we
under.
say.
We don't need any
Down
more
under.
Americans here, mate. Let's
No,
go
no,
for
that's
the
right.
Aussie, you know, down under
There's
Aussie
so
here, David
much,
Lindsay.
so much untapped talent
Of
here.
course.
And-
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about in the break, how Australia's so far removed
Yeah.
from everywhere as well. Let's work like on Australia, in Australia, with Australia.
That's a positive thing, and this is something that I always keep screaming out to our politicians: that stop freaking copy the US, the
Yes.
UK. We are Australia. We should do things our way and not be dictated by America or UK. You know?
But for some reason, we are.
Yeah,
We're
they-
tied to
correct,
that. Anyway,
correct.
let's not talk about politics because I want to talk
I
about.
didn't start
do
at
it.
politics.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
started
No, no,
politics.
I want to do the 5 fun,
Yes.
quirky questions.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
This is the segment.
All right, the quirky segment. Let's do it.
Do it.
Let's do it. All right. Okay. First question. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hup.
Here we
Okay,
go.
Here we go. Okay. If your life were a fight scene from a movie, what song would be playing in the background?
Oh, this is kind of easy because this is my walkout song.
Oh, is it?
Ah.
When I would, it's Wolf Mother, Joker, and the Thief.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, so that's what I'd have.
Okay.
Because I had it whenever I was walking to the
Yeah.
cage or the ring. That's what song I had. So there we go.
And that
Hang
gets
on.
you into
What's the
character.
call? What's the call?
Wolf Mother, Joker, and the Thief.
Wolf Mother.
Yeah,
Joker and the Thief.
You're going to play in
Okay.
the background?
Let me just Ask
Yeah.
the next one.
Okay, second question. What is one training habit from the combat world that would shock people in a corporate boardroom?
Oh, you get down and you do a blast double.
Whoa.
There we go.
Whoa, what's
so
that?
that's from wrestling. That's where you shape up and then boom, you take them down and it's explosive.
Whoa.
Hence, it's not just a double; it's a blast double.
Oh my God, I almost fell off my chair there.
There we go, and that's it. That's
Whoa.
So
Joker
this
and
is
the
it,
Thief.
is it?
Rocking that in the studio now.
Okay.
this is what we bring it
All
out
right,
to.
next
There we go.
question.
Next question. If you could coach any historical figure in performance and mindset, who would it be and why?
Oh, now this is a tough one because there's so many out there that you'd want to be part of their journey. And when it comes to the great world leaders, I guess that makes me think of not Abraham Lincoln,
Oh, okay.
because he was a wrestler.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
I didn't know
he
that.
was a legit
Really?
wrestler. Before he became
I thought he was a cheese eater and a tea drinker, mate.
and a wrestler
And a
on top of that.
wrestler. I didn't know that.
And very successful as well.
Wow.
So there we go. That's something for your listeners to look
Okay.
into.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
As a
Okay.
successful wrestler.
Wow.
So I'd love to be on the wrestling match with him
Nope.
and then talk about different philosophies
Yeah.
when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to life, when it comes to leadership.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Next question. Question number 4. What is the funniest thing that has happened to you while speaking or coaching a room full of executives?
Well, it's kind of childish, but I have been going there and you just hear someone let rip. And I don't know, and you sort of hear the giggles. And once a giggle starts at a certain table, then it
Everyone
echoes
joins
along,
in.
and it becomes like that giggle loop where one table starts. Everyone knows that they heard it, and really, we're all big kids at heart.
Are you
then
talking
it-
about rip as in farted in a room?
Yes. And then you just see,
It's trying to be really.
it ripples along because we're all
that's
kids
right.
at heart.
Correct. Correct.
Look at
correct.
that.
You've got David in his giggles now.
That's it.
Okay.
No, that's
All right,
crazy.
last question. If resilience were a sport, what would the training routine look like for beginners?
Okay, for beginners,
Yeah.
you'd have to start out easy. So let's talk about shin conditioning when it comes to fighting, because I used to do a lot of shin conditioning.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in my first fight that I ever had, I checked a kick and I saw the guy's face wince, and I went, yes, okay, I've got it.
Yeah.
So it's something that's so important, but something that is neglected, as resilience is in the corporate world as well. But you start off easy. You don't start off with something that's so hard that it breaks them.
Yeah.
Eventually you're going to get up to that point. So it's just consistent. You get up, and that's how you get calluses on your hand as well. It's turning up, doing a little bit each and every day.
Okay.
And then it gets a little bit tougher. So you don't start off at level 10.
Yeah.
You start off at level 1, you do that. Then level 2, level 3, and then before you know it, you get to level 10. And you look back and you go, man, I'm glad I took all those little steps along the way. So building that resilience.
Well, that's the same as how do you eat an elephant, right?
Oh,
one bit
one bite at a time.
Yeah.
How to eat an elephant? I haven't heard of that.
Yeah,
If you ask me, I would say I will start with the bloody
Start at the tail.
I'll start with the stomach first. Go for the heart.
There we
then I'll
go.
work my way out.
Get inside of it.
Yeah, that's
get in
it.
and get dirty.
That's
Like
it.
Jim
Get
Carrey
dirty.
away.
Yeah. Straight in. The feet kicking at the top.
That's it.
Oh, goodness, Davey. Oh,
What about your favourite music?
I like a little bit of everything, really.
Yeah?
And it's funny because you know how you listen to things on YouTube, and once you listen to it, it comes to the top of your
Yes,
your
playlist.
cycle. And I was listening to Olivia Dean, and then it got onto my playlist. And because I listened to it on my playlist, it happened again and again. And my daughter goes, "Oh my, you're listening to her again?" And she said, at the first day back at school, she said one of her friends, her friend's Bright, she goes, Bright's dad listens to Olivia Dean as well. And I go, what? So he's cool as well? And she picked up on it and she goes, he's not cool. Neither are you. Neither. And I went, oh, come on, Jacoby. Let me at it.
Ungrateful.
Yes.
Did you feed her
Well,
after that?
no, she's good enough that she cooks for herself.
Oh, that's good.
She's old enough, and she's been cooking for herself for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, because her mum is very good at cooking as well.
Oh, that's good.
So it's a skill that we really have used. Her. During the lockdowns, like we were talking about, 6 years ago when she was 8, she was making all of these cakes, and
Wow.
she's just loved it ever since.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
it's a habit that she's kept up with,
a
and
new creativity.
yeah,
Right? Yeah,
definitely, and it gets you
cool.
thinking of
Absolutely.
how to use different ingredients,
Great.
That's
not just
right.
follow the recipe because everyone else does.
Improvise.
Yeah.
So she's not a sheep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
And that's exactly what we want with not just that, not
Correct.
just in schooling as well, but in life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Amazing.
In action. My God, she's so much going to be so much like you. And
We can only hope so. No, she's a good mix.
Ness
She's
is
already
listening.
taller than me, so she's taking with Ness, and she's a lot smarter than I am, like Ness was as well.
Yeah.
And I said to Jacoby as well, I said, you have to study because she's doing extremely well
Yeah.
and not studying. And I go, your mum was not unfortunate. She passed everything, but she did it so easily.
Yeah.
She got a university degree without studying or anything.
Some people are like that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
said,
I know, right?
You know what I mean? I
It's
hate
like
that.
not me.
Yeah, not me
Not
either.
me.
I have to work hard
me,
for you
not
know.
me.
Oh,
Not
so,
me.
Yeah.
so do I. And everything I do is I've had to work hard.
Correct.
And with that as well, that helps you with everything
That's
beyond
right.
schooling. Because that's like, I use football as an example where hard work beats talent every day of the week.
True.
Like I've played with mates. One of them, he ended up playing for Australia and he got dropped from South when he was 15.
Wow.
But he went away and he worked hard,
Yeah.
and ended up playing for Australia.
Oh, wow.
And another mate, he was the highest paid player when we were 17.
Yeah.
But because he was talented, he couldn't work hard.
Wow.
And he ended up becoming a benchy. He was the highest paid benchy in SG ball and then got forgotten about.
I could see you coach a sports team.
Yeah.
You know that? Like, I could see you
Because
going back.
Yeah, I was strength and conditioner for the South Junior Reps. I love that. I've coached my daughter's soccer team. I love coaching people.
Yeah.
But I love coaching adults.
It's a lot of commitment too, though.
Yeah.
A lot of commitment.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. But I love seeing the result, and that's both in corporate, in sport, in fighting,
Yeah.
in like in the gym.
Yeah.
And it's all about that consistency.
Correct.
Consistently turning up.
Correct. Well, our time's running out. So for those who wants to check you out, find out about your programs, what's the social? What's your social handle skills?
My social handles. Well, it's www. No, I'm most active on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Check that out, and also go and check out Phenom Leap Education on LinkedIn and Facebook as well.